This is no one from nowhere, and you are, and I am a spirit of God. Today I want to talk to you about the Anunnaki. Niruta is Nimrod, Hercules, Yahweh, Aries, Saturn, Nisroch, Ningirsu, Orion, and Pepelsag. Enlil, Enki's brother and rival, did have the good fortune to achieve such a rightful heir by his sister Ninhursag. No comment. The youngest of the gods upon earth who were born in the heavens. His name was Niruta, which means Lord, who completes the foundations. He is the heroic son of Enlil, who came forth with a net and rays of light to battle for his father. The ancient portraits of Niruta show him holding a unique weapon that no doubt could shoot bolts of lightning, pictured here. The ancient texts also hailed him as a mighty hunter, a fighting god, known for his militant abilities. A heroic fight occurred against a god named Zu, meaning wise, and it involved no less of a prize of leadership of the gods upon the earth, for Zu had illegally captured the insignia and objects Enlil had held as chief of the gods. Next, immigrant song lyrics by Led Zeppelin. We come from the land of the ice and snow, from the midnight sun where the hot springs flow. The hammer of the gods will drive our ships to new lands to fight the horde and sing and cry of how we claim the tides of war. We are your overlords. Niruta is an ancient Mesopotamian god associated with farming, healing, hunting, law, scribes, and war, who was first worshipped in early Sumeria. Remember, all roads lead to the Sumeria civilization and the Anunnaki creator gods. He is a god of agriculture, hunting, war, and healing, who releases humans from sickness and has the power over the demons. He is the son of chief god Enlil and Ninhursag, and is said to be born in the heavens. His main cult center was in Sumer, and his temple was in Nippur, called Isha-Mesha. Pictured here is Assyrian stone relief from the temple of Niruta at Kalhu, showing the god with thunderbolts pursuing Ansu, who has stolen the tablets of destiny from Enlil's sanctuary. His planet is Saturn. His symbol is the plow and perched bird. His mount, sometimes shown riding a beast with the body of a lion and the tail of a scorpion, pictured here. His wife is named Gula, or Bao. In the Sumerian epic story of Agag, it tells how Niruta battled Agag, a spirit of nature, possibly a mighty tree that led a rebellious war invasion of plants and stones into Ninurta's territory. With the help of Ninurta's talking weapon, the Sharur, he defeats Agag by using rain to settle a dust storm whipped up by his enemy. In the story of the slain heroes, Niruta defeats an assortment of strange creatures, including a six-headed wild ram, the palm tree king, the strong copper, and the seven-headed snake. Some of these monsters are inanimate objects, like the Magnilium boat, which brought the souls of the dead to the underworld, and others symbolize valuable material, like the strong copper. This myth and theme is of successful trials and victorious stories, is thought to have been the main contributors to the Greek story of the labor of Hercules. Symbolic as in Hercules' trials, Niruta is not always a heroic champion, as in the story of Niruta and the turtle. His pride takes over for his reason. The story is in fragments, but it seems to indicate after Niruta has defeated the Ansu and Azag and is being honored by no other than the god of wisdom and trickery, Enki. In Enki's home, Eridu, Enki is praising Niruta for bringing back the returning of the tablets of destinies and defeating the Anzu or the Zu bird, a mythical creature bird with the head of a lion and the body of an eagle. But Niruta becomes angered and wants to achieve even greater victories and sets his sights on the whole world. So Enki reads his thought and fashions a giant turtle, which he releases behind the hero. The turtle bites and holds Ninurta's ankles, and they both struggle. The turtle digs a huge pit with its claws, and they both fall into the pit. Enki mocks him whilst looking down, saying to Niruta, "You who made great claims, how will you get out now?" Also, according to another theory, the winged disc is symbolized by Niruta. Niruta is the official art of the 9th century BC, before it was transferred to either Ashur or Utu Shemesh. It is clear that the Assyrian king, Sennacherib, was murdered in 681 BC by two of his sons. This king was killed while worshiping his god in the temple of Nisroch, and is a corruption and unsubstantiated Anunnaki god Niruta. Nisroch is depicted in the same context as Niruta, as an eagle bird, pictured here as the griffin demon. Biblical examples can be found in Isaiah 37:38 and 2 Kings 19:37. Most scholars agree that the Anunnaki Niruta is the biblical figure called Nimrod, mentioned in Genesis 10:8 through 12. This is under the descendants of Ham, which means the Anunnaki shining ones from Mesopotamia. It reads as follows: Cush was the ancestor of Nimrod, who was the first heroic hunter on earth. Since he was the greatest hunter in the world, he became famous and legendary. People would say, and please listen carefully, this man is like Nimrod, the greatest hunter in the world. It's obvious that this is the Anunnaki god Niruta. He built his kingdom in the land of Babylonia with the cities of Babylon, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh. Since also he is known as the greatest hunter, he is also known as the Prince of Orion and Orion the Hunter. These are the other names of the Anunnaki god Niruta from Nibiru. Sumerian is Ningirsu or Zababa. Canaanite would be Nimrod, and also Yahweh. I included this because I believe just like Yahweh and God, or the Elohim found in Genesis 1:26 and 3:22, that Yahweh and God, or the El, is plural. Also, he may have replaced Yahweh Enlil by now. I don't want you to confuse this with Ishkur or Baal Hadad or Yahweh. Also, another version would be Nisroch. In Greek, his name would be Hercules. Also, Orion, or Orion the Hunter. Also, Papalsag. His planet is Saturn. He is the god of war and agriculture. And in Marvel Comics, he is known as Ares, the son of Zeus or Enlil. and is the Olympian god of war. I leave you with this verse, Deuteronomy 32:8. When the Most High, El, meaning Anu, Enlil, and the other Anunnaki gods, assigned the land to the nations, when he divided up the human race, or the sons of Adam, he established the boundaries according to the number in his heavenly court. This is the children of El, and Niruta is definitely one of the gods. I appreciate you listening to Spirit of God. I love you so much, and always remember that you are and I am a Spirit of God. Thank you so much. Peace and love to you.